All right, looks like we're live. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Thanks for joining me today. I hope that everybody's doing really well. Today, for Tarot Tuesday, we're going to be reading political questions and current event questions. So, how you send those is if you could write your questions in the chat, all caps. You can type a couple heart emojis with it. I'll get as many questions as starred and answered as possible today. Always so good to be here. Sorry, last week I wasn't on. I had a last minute appointment with my niece that I couldn't miss, but we are on today. Um, First off, I want to thank all my wonderful subscribers, all the ones that have been with me since the beginning, and all of our new ones. It feels just last month I did my giveaway for hitting 7,000 subscribers, and I'm already over halfway to my next goal of 8,000. So if you could do me a favor, please hit that thumbs up. And if you're watching and haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. You can hit the little bell icon as well to be notified when I go live. So this week, Mel, we won't be doing a show with Mel this week for the next couple weeks. He's got his Uganda trip coming up. I think he leaves on Thursday, so we won't be getting together for that. But I would just like to take a moment and ask everyone if we could all just send a lot of healing and prayer, love, energy to Mel. He hasn't had anything diagnosed yet, but his doctor's concerned with that ulcer in the back of his in his throat, and I think he said they may have found a growth. So if we could all just send a lot of love and healing energy for him, um, and I think we'll get more answers with that once he gets back from his Africa trip. I feel like it's gonna all be okay, but regardless, let's send him a lot of love right now. All right, so let's go ahead and get some of these questions started today. We already got 100 people watching. Thank you all so much for joining me. And thank you so much for your donation, Catherine. Blessings. It's okay if you forgot the heart emoji, Sharon. It just helps them stand out to me so I don't miss your question. Let's also send a lot of love and prayers and protection for those in Ukraine with that dam breaking. I feel like I'm not feeling uh, a lot of loss of life with that. I'm concerned about their water supply and running out of power and just all of the destruction with the flooding from that. And we'll definitely take a look at that today. I don't know about all of you. Like the last couple weeks, I've just not been sleeping very well, especially like the last couple of days. I don't know if it's a full moon energy, just like waking up every couple of hours and having a hard time falling back to sleep. If I don't feel myself, it's probably the sleep deprivation, but all right. Yes, lots of love for Mel. Thank you all. Kara says I haven't slept in years. Tell me about it. Hi, Suzanne. All right, let's take a look at the dam explosion first. I don't think it comes to any surprise. I definitely feel Russia was behind that. I've been saying for a while I felt like it didn't feel like it was nuclear, but it felt like Putin took a step too far, and I feel like this may be that. Um, messing with their infrastructure or messing with the water. So just take a look at this. I mean, the important thing is that, like I said, I feel like there's a lot of notice to get people evacuated from the area. It's just all of the the destruction to their infrastructure and affecting their power and their clean water. Yeah, it could be a buildup of the energy. Yeah, things have been crazy lately, haven't they? Hi, Colleen. Thanks for joining us today. Yeah, I woke up. I went to sleep at a decent time, which sometimes I have a hard time falling asleep. I think I fell asleep around 10, and I woke up at like 2:30, 3 o'clock, and I was up till 5:30. I was able to go back asleep for a couple hours after that, but did not sleep very good. It's been like that the last few days. All right, let's take a look. All right. I'm not getting the tower here, you guys, or um, a lot of like heavy cards with this. It obviously, we have uh, Zelensky coming in, that compassionate, nurturing leader, loving leader, and I feel like there's a lot of group work coming in to help with this. Um, a lot of resources being given. I think, especially like the water and all of that. A lot of NATO coming together to really help Ukraine with that. It is going to be a bit tough. They're going to need that strength card to persevere and get through this. Um, a lot of people being displaced, I think. This is a card of retreat, moving away, taking a step back. Um, I think that it looks very murky right now. This is the card of illusion, delusion. Like I said, I definitely feel pretty strongly that Putin was behind this. But I see a lot being revealed coming to the surface. And with the sun too, it's a message. It's not so much doom and gloom, although it's hard and it's a lot of rebuilding and um, a lot of stress on the people in those areas. There's going to be a lot of hard work, and I feel like this is just going to make the Ukrainians persevere and fight even harder. Um, I feel like Putin did this to. I mean, we've been kind of seeing him behind the scenes with things going on in Russia, blaming it on Ukraine, just so he can retaliate. But I also think to try to get some support from the people of Russia behind him, which I don't think he's been very successful with. Um, but like I said, I'm not getting a lot of heavy cards. I feel like um, they're going to be able to get people evacuated out of the area. It's very sad in the meantime. But I've said it for a while. I definitely feel like Ukraine, their counteroffense is going to come in so strong, and this is going to give them that fight to fight even harder. I think. Yeah, I agree, Karen. So impressed with their courage and humanity. Absolutely. Thank you all so much for the prayers for Mel. If I sound a little weird today, my allergies have been crazy. Yeah, yeah, I agree with that, Evelyn. I think that they had gotten information in the past that they were targeting that dam and that nuclear plant nearby. All right. But thank you for your question, Nancy. We were definitely going to look at that. All right. Paxton is accused of hiding millions of mail-in votes. Will he ever be held responsible for his actions? Love your reading. Thank you for your opinion. Thank you, Cindy. If you didn't watch yesterday, oh, thank you, Zach. I did a show with Allie from Heart and Soul Connection, and we covered a lot of topics too. We definitely looked at Paxton. I definitely feel a lot of trouble for him there, and a lot of investigations into. I don't think he was hiding, but I think you could say threw out or didn't count those mail-in votes. But I definitely see a lot of investigating into it, and I actually think, while I don't think, I feel like the energy feels a little bit weird with it. Do I feel like he's going to end up spending time for this specific thing? No, I think that there's other things where I see him behind bars. But I think it just shines a big light on Texas so that they can't do this again. And I think a lot of people aren't in Texas are not going to trust the mail-in voting, so they'll go out in person, even though it's hard. They don't make it easy. Yes, he admitted. Yes, sacred head. Yeah, not very smart, telling them on himself that he's the reason why Trump won Texas. I definitely see a lot of investigations in it, and I do feel like he's going to go down. I just don't think it's because of this. I think it's because of his other scandals. All right. Let's see. I feel like it's taking money. Is that what he's in trouble for? I know that they've been after him for a while, but is it like taking campaign money or taking some kind of charity money? I got investigations coming in very hard over this. This is a lot of information coming out, a lot of digging into the information. Somebody's coming through full steam ahead to get to the bottom of this, to illuminate everything that's been in the dark. Yeah, at the root of the reading, this is my card of charity, and it feels like this is like taking money that he shouldn't have. I think is what's really going to get him in trouble. I think he may hold on for a little while, you guys. I'm sorry to say, but I do feel eventually he's going to have to leave because things get there's too much scandal involved, and then he gets his justice out a little bit in the further, um, you know, farther out in the future. I mean, yeah, he blocked applications, not votes. Thank you, Cece. Hopefully, my dogs don't think. I think there's some action going on in my driveway, so hopefully my dogs will stay quiet. Well, thanks, Mark. You too, my friend. Oh, I agree with that absolutely, Evelyn. I said that with Allie too. Like, it's not just Paxton that's getting looked at for, um, you know, not allowing those mail-in votes. It's other people in the state too. Security fraud. Thank you, Colleen. Teresa, I've never felt hidden documents or anything hidden in Ivana's grave. I know that other readers have felt that way. I could be wrong, but I don't feel any energy to that. It's a bit conspiracy theory for myself, for my liking too. So I try to stay away from that, but I don't feel that at all. Don't come for me and say that people said they felt this, that there were things in the coffin. I don't feel that way. Like I said, I could be wrong. To each their own. All right. Yeah. And I said even before the election, those two states particularly, I felt like there was a lot of funny business. All right. Right. No, I don't see the outcome being changed in Texas. I'm so sorry, Rebecca. All right. Of course. Hell yeah. While we're on it, let's see. I said I felt Beto should have won the Senate race and the governor race, but will Texas turn blue? I do feel Texas definitely trending more Democratic. Um, I think it's going to be a while before it turns blue. But I feel Texas turning more purple. Absolutely. I feel like it's been purple. I'm just going to throw a couple cards on it, but it feels like it's maybe about a decade, um, like a decade and a half before it's more, I wouldn't say solidly blue, but, um, you know, leaning blue. Republicans are done once Texas turns blue. There's no hope for them. Yeah, I get absolutely. It's a bit, there's a bit of losses now, people feeling out in the cold. Um, I think with this too, there's a lot of people that feel like their voice isn't heard in Texas. But I feel like there's a lot of money pouring into it from the Democrats and a lot of continued um, grassroots, um, knocking on doors, really getting out there and campaigning for Democrats, but a lot of funding, and Democrats will be victorious in the future in Texas. Like I said, though, it feels like it's about a decade off. Yeah. Yeah, interest rates will go down, for like the real estate, but it's going to take a while. I don't feel like it's too high if you wanted to refinance, but I think that we waited a year or two, they would go down lower. Yeah, the gerrymandering really, and just the disin they make it so hard to go out and vote. I mean, I've heard that, people in the big cities like Houston have to wait all day to vote. A lot of people can't take that long away from their job. People have to work. And then you don't count mail-in ballots. You say that they're not allowed. It's really disenfranchising a lot of voters. So they don't make it easy, especially in the Democratic leaning big cities, to vote. Yeah, I feel some hurricanes in Florida too, Evelyn. I'm feeling I feel a couple in the Gulf. I'm not necessarily feeling the Gulf side of Florida, but I do feel a big one hitting the Atlantic side of Florida, and I even feel like maybe going up the coast, up more north. Yes, I agree, Karen. Yes, interest rates were a lot higher in the past. What are they at now? Like 5 or 6%? All right, let's take a look. Is Trump going to make a deal with the DOJ? I just heard no. He maybe offered something, but I don't think he'll take it. Hi, Gene. Nice to see you. Hello, everyone. Thank you all so much for being here. Please smash that thumbs up for me. I'd appreciate it. All right, let's take a look. I'm going to take a look first if he's going to be offered a deal. Would DOJ offer Trump a deal for the classified documents case? My pendulum's saying no. I'm not picking up a deal or some kind of offering being handed to Trump. Um, I actually feel like I've been saying this for a while. I don't know if it's this week. I feel like it may be next week when Jack Smith indicts Trump. It's definitely coming and quickly. They have so much information. Um, I feel like they're very concerned about um, the kind of information he was giving to our adversaries, being the reason why they're not offering him something. Yeah, they've been very slow and steady gathering all the information, and this is like that indictment coming. So, thank you so much for the super sticker, Tyson. Thank you so much. Yeah, I do feel Trump would refuse the deal if they gave him one, but I almost feel like not for this case, maybe for a different case, maybe January 6th. But I've always felt the document case really um, being what hits Trump hard. Yeah, Trump. Trump. If they offered him something, he's not going to ever admit to doing anything. Um, we all know what he likes to do. He likes to try to delay things and run out the clock so that his goal would be to get the Republican nomination next year, and then he thinks that they wouldn't go after him still, or they wouldn't be able to if he got reelected. That's kind of his last hope. But he would never go out there and admit that he did anything wrong. Yes, I agree, Foxy Roxy. And I do think eventually, the voting will be a national holiday. It's a little bit out there, but I do see that coming eventually. And I agree with that too, like a voter rights bill. I feel that after the next presidential election coming in. I also feel at some point too, I don't know if it's with like the voting right bill, but I do feel that there'll be some kind of independent office that um, will draw the maps for these states, and that may be something that's federally mandated, because it makes no sense that a party can take their whole state hostage by drawing these maps that are so unfair. And um, it definitely Republicans do it a lot more than the Democrats, but both parties do it. So I'm not picking up that it has anything to do with the pole shifting. I just think there's been a lot of solar activity, really intense solar flares, Jane. But there is, shifting in the poles. I'm not saying that there's not, but I don't think that that's why the northern lights have been viewed more in the states recently. Yeah, I do feel like they'll be able to get that nuclear plant under control, Yogi Bear. All right. S535 Apple says, I think this week document indictment. I'll ask the pendulum. I'm not saying that it couldn't happen this week, but I feel more energy with next week. All right. Jack Smith indict Donald Trump this week. Can you show me yes or no? See, the pendulum was swaying to a yes and then it went to a maybe. So, will Jack Smith indict Donald Trump next week? And now I'm getting a yes. So I think it could happen this week, but I think it's more likely next week. But we'll see. It's definitely happening soon. Yeah, I think I said that yesterday with Allie. I definitely felt the names being revealed. Thank you for sharing, Karen. Yeah, the energy's been so crazy. So much coming out. Yeah, we'll get the gerrymandering under control, bet. Lisa wants me to show us your dog. Well, I have 3 dogs. The other 2 are upstairs, but let's see. Finn, it's taking a little nap over here. But I have 3 dogs. George, Cooper, and Finn. I have a long hair Chihuahua Terrier mix. I've had him for like 12, 13 years now. Um, Cooper is a long haired Australian cattle dog, and then Finn's our little Australian shepherd. Yeah, right. Sorry, guys, trying to get some questions started up and just go through the chat. Oh, Colleen says in Colorado we have an independent commission who draws the maps. Yeah, I feel like I feel a lot more energy getting put into independent commissions drawing maps for these states. Beth says, "Do you see the electoral college ever going away?" I do feel it will go away, but it's going to take some time. I don't think it's happening. I think it's probably the decade out. No, I don't think Kevin McCarthy's on the list for Santos bail, Evelyn. Yeah, Finn's a good boy. When he wants to be, he's very hyper, but Aussies are very hyperactive, high energy breed. But he's calmed down a bit. Oh, that's a good question. Look at that. All right, I got caught up with the chat. Sorry about that. But thank you all for all the questions. Cooliant says Jack Smith was spotted in D.C. today. What's he doing in town? Well, he just met with Trump's lawyers yesterday. So, and tomorrow, the special or the grand jury in D.C. they're having a meeting. So, yeah, there's a lot of energy in D.C. All right, let's take a look at George Santos. Yeah, Sherry, I feel a lot of energy. It feels like there's a lot of information like coming out all summer, but then I feel like maybe it's funny or something, or maybe it's even the January 6th stuff. But I feel September is a very big month, and I feels like I just think the rest of this year there's going to be a lot of shock and awe. All right, George Santos. I don't feel like he's going to be able to get the option to opt for jail. Like I said, I feel those people that posted his bail, like people were just saying, the names will be revealed for it. I'm just going to take a look at George Santos. I felt like he's out of there sometime this summer. Like he does. I don't feel like he's in there for very long. I don't know when his trial's set to start. Um, but yeah, he's going down. Maybe even by August he's out. I think he's got even more scandals coming out. A lot of big news crossing him. Big breaking news. Yep, he's leaving. It's interesting too because I have the Three of Cups here, which is often three women, but it's a card of friendships or, um, like celebration. It feels like the three people that posted his bail, they're trapped. They're coming out, and Santos is retreating. This is my card for jail too, so I don't. think Santos is going to be able to enjoy his time for too much longer. Of course, we have like the High Priestess, which is the keeper of secrets. So a lot of hidden agendas um, under the scenes, but there's a lot of movement and a lot of energy, a lot of big news coming out, revealing those secrets. So I feel like he's toast. Like I said, August is kind of coming through strongly. Put on your seatbelts for the rest of this year. Just get your popcorn or whatever you like to indulge in. Wine, champagne. There's a lot of energy around things being exposed. Go to jail. Do not pass go. Amen, Rebecca. Well, thank you so much for the super sticker, Krista. All right. A lot of questions coming. Mm. Rebecca says, "Will prison cut Trump's hair?" I've never felt prison for Trump. Unfortunately, I don't feel like there's a whole lot of life force around him going into the future either. Um, I've always felt like he may be in some kind of lockdown medical facility or military hospital. Um, but because he's such a security risk, there's nobody coming in. He's not able to communicate, outside of the prison. But I don't see them cutting his hair. Sorry to say. Wouldn't that be something though? All right. All right. Oh, another thing. It wasn't in the chat, but isn't it funny how all the MAGA Republicans are calling MTG a rhino now? Like you couldn't get any further from that. Oh, thank you so much, PS Taurus. Blessing. All right. Amelia asks, will there be a black woman elected to the Senate next year? It's crazy to think that there's not one there now. I know Kamala was in there before she was vice president. Excuse me. I'm almost feeling no, not the next election, like 2024, but the 2026. I'm feeling it, Somalia. I don't know if there's a woman that's announced that she's running. Um, it doesn't feel like it's too far out, but I almost feel like no, not the next election cycle, the following. Oh, well, thank you so much, Christine. Thank you so much, Ness. Oh, thank you all. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate all of the donations. Thank you, Rebecca. You're all so sweet. Does anybody know of a black woman that's announced that she's um, running? I know that we haven't had primaries yet, but I know was that Barbara Lee in California, but I don't. I think it's going to be Adam Schiff that wins that primary. Oh, you're all so sweet. Thank you. Yeah, Barbara Lee. That's the only one that I could think of, but I think Adam Schiff's going to get it. I do feel eventually Katie Porter will be a senator, though. All right. Sharon Coon says, "What's the situation between Harry and Meghan? They say they both have gotten divorce lawyers." Thank you, Viviani. These are for entertainment purposes only. I hadn't heard that. I don't want to do a huge deep dive into them, but I never felt like they would be together forever, but I felt like they were going to be together for a while still. I don't see Harry leaving Meghan while the kids are so young. Yeah, it feels like misinformation to me too, Karen. Yeah, I'll throw a couple cards on it, but I feel like I'm not feeling energy with that. Not right now anymore. Actually, let's just ask the pendulum. Does Harry and Meghan have they gotten divorce lawyers? It's interesting. The pendulum doesn't have a lot of energy with it, but it was saying like maybe and then circling no. Have Meghan and Harry have they already talked to divorce lawyers? I'm getting a no. Yeah. Oh, Sharon thought it was fake. Yeah, I wasn't feeling that. Like I said though, I don't I feel like they're gonna be together for a while. Like I said, at least until the kids till they're a bit older. Mm. Kiri G, do you see the U.S. getting some type of control on the border? It's going to take a little while. I don't see it while the House is in the Republican hands. I do feel like there's a lot of energy around, um, like securing the border, but it goes into addressing like the immigration reforms, and I feel a lot of energy with that, like 2025, 2026. So I think it's going to be a little while still. Thank you so much, Sharon. Yeah, it feels like it's a bit stalled. It's very hard what's going on at the border. All of the evil and darkness in a lot of those countries that are forcing these people to be refugees and to flee their countries. It's very sad. I do feel like there's a woman coming in, and maybe it's even Kamala um, taking this head on. But it feels like things are a bit delayed, stalled until then. All right, let's see. Anna Peters' question. Let me see. See Harry and other celebrities winning their lawsuit against the press. I don't feel it right now, Ness. I'm sorry to say. In Harry's case, I don't know. I feel like that's a big uphill climb. Like the odds are against him in that case. All right, what's this? Canadian special rolls out an inquiry into Chinese interference claims. Did they interfere? I'm not sure what that is, or what kind of interference. Was it for voting? If somebody could elaborate. Yeah, I know. The British press really is brutal. Marita, I was picking up hurricanes hitting the Pacific side of Mexico. I said that a couple shows ago. What election was it for? I'm feeling, for entertainment purposes only, I'm feeling like was some interference, but it's not coming through as major interference. But there was some trying to shift the votes. Thank you, Carrie. Yeah, that's Prime Minister. Okay. Oh, Canada's last elections. Thank you. I feel like there were some, but not major. It almost feels like it's maybe some propaganda, some kind of communication, but I'm not feeling like changing results or like hacking or anything like that. But maybe through like social media, some of the Russian tactics, but it feels like it's lighter than some of the Russian tactics. But I'm not feeling that super strongly, like it made a very big, if all, impact into it. Thank you, Yogi Bear. Yes, please hit the thumbs up. Please subscribe. Help me get to 8,000 subscribers. We'll do another Reiki and reading giveaway once I do. You're welcome, Anna. All right, you guys. Probably only stay on for a little bit longer. I like to keep them about an hour. So probably do a couple more questions. Will the bee population ever recover? I feel absolutely. I think it's a lot of the pesticides um, is what's harming the bees, and I see a lot of energy like changing um, the pesticides, so we can get their populations back up. Yeah, I get. It's definitely been a bit of a battle for the bees. A lot of loss for them too. This is also like an abuse of power. So, I'm sure there's a lot of people that know what they're doing is harmful for the population, but they don't care. They just want to make these pesticides cheap and, um, you know, and sell them to make money off of them. But I'm feeling a very strong woman presence coming in. Somebody that's really passionate. Um, it's interesting too. She's holding like the sunflower, so like the flowers. Um, Coming really through like a really strong activist on this, getting a lot of funding, and eventually the bees will be sitting pretty again, getting those population up. But yeah, it feels like it's been very hard on the bees for a while. Do I see Joe Manchin running as a third party spoiler candidate under the No Labels Party? I did. I think I read a news article where there's fear that he may run as an independent because it's a very long shot to for him to win a seat back. And I do see energy behind that he's considering it. I don't know if it's the No Labels Party, but um, let's just throw a couple cards. Will he run as an independent um, for president in 2024? I'm feeling like no, but he's definitely thinking about it. Oh, that's interesting. Um, he may. We have the thief in the night, so this is that corrupt plan. Um, you know, obviously he's got secret agendas with this. There's a lot of sneakiness and probably a lot of money heading his way for doing that. Um, and he really, this is the card. Like he thinks that he could actually win it. Like he could be that star to do this. There is a new beginning of maybe looking into it, maybe action announcing, but it's like there's too much of a fight against him. He's defending himself in this record from a lot of different things. Even maybe this dark money coming out because I've seen the dark money channels being revealed, and I think he'll get caught up in that. And then I have my Biden card, so I don't want you to worry. I feel very very confident about Democrats in 2024. And like I said in the past, the Senate map is really not favorable for Democrats, but I feel like people have just had enough of the Republican Party circus and them trying to tell people what they can do and control their bodies. And I feel a lot of young people coming out and voting in droves. All right. Yeah. that's a good question. So you guys gonna get caught up in the chat real quick. Oh, interesting. Laura says Texas Sheriff Javier Salazar has sent over a recommendation to the DA for charges to be brought to those people who sent immigrants to Martha's Vineyards from Florida. Will the DA bring charges? I've said that. I felt like there was a big investigation into DeSantis and Abbott sending those migrants um, to other cities. I think it's going to take a while, but I do feel, yes, they will bring charges. Yes, I get yes. There's going to be a lot that exposed. It's a bit of a waiting game, though. Well, again, we have the thief in the night and the secrets, the hidden agendas. But there's a lot more information coming out about this. Maybe some communications or documents between, that from DeSantis or something that's going to be revealed to us. There's a big light being shined on this, and this is my yes card. It's a bit of a wait and see, though. So it takes some time for it to, for there to be movement behind it. All right. Thank you for the question, Laura. Sorry, you guys. I'm getting a bit of a cold from these allergies. The air quality has been horrible. I read on him yesterday on Allie's channel. I didn't feel like that was going to turn into anything. I don't see him being successful at all. Oh, thank you, Lady Di. I think I'll see you this weekend. I think it's Saturday or next Saturday, one or the other. I'm looking forward to it too. Yeah, I agree with you, Jane. All right, you guys. Let me see. Well, I know one last question. Let's see what I got started. Reinhold says, will the blown up dam in Ukraine impact the Ukraine offensive? I've said along, I feel like the counteroffensive has already been happening for a little while, but I definitely feel like June and July, like there's even more energy coming in. I feel like at the moment, yes, it slightly impacts it, but not long term. I feel like, obviously a lot of attention's being placed on it now, but but I feel like this may actually even be something to um, get more resources and more equipment to Ukraine for their counteroffensive. But I definitely feel like I've said, June, July, August. There's a lot of energy in fighting. And I think if anything, too, like I said, I think it just um, the Ukrainian people are so strong, um, and they will fight for their land. I think that this just even intensifies that motivation to continue to put up that good fight with that. All right. No, I know one more. Since I'm from Ohio, will will Ohio ever get a Democratic governor? Yeah, I know that last year was um was when DeWine won. So I do feel obviously like at some point, yes. Um, let's ask if Ohio will get a Democratic governor for their next governor election. I'm almost feeling like yes. That'd be 2028, I think. I think it's 6 years terms. Could be wrong. I'm getting absolutely. Wow. I asked if the Democrats will win the next governor's election. We have the magician, so that's that manifester having all the tools at their disposal. This is celebrating a big milestone, a major victory, and then control for the Democrats, the emperor. So yes, classified. And I think Sherrod Brown's going to. I see him keeping his seat next year for the Senate race in Ohio. All right, you guys. Well, I'm gonna wrap up for today. I may do so I'm not doing a show with Mel if I'm able to. I was talking me and Deanne Shield Maiden may do a show later this week, but that's not confirmed yet. Do I have anybody else on this week? I don't think so. Yeah, so I may be on with Deanne. So, if an indictment drops or something, maybe Friday or Thursday, me and her can do something. Um, if anybody's interested in a reading or a Reiki session, you can get a hold of me by emailing me at kevinlovingvibrations@gmail.com, or you can text me at 440-376-4088. I have all of that information in the description box. I'm waiting to hear back from somebody, but I may have a opening up this week, but I do have more openings up into next week if anybody's interested in the session. Um, yeah, I think that's about it for today. If you could all do me a favor, please smash that thumbs up. Like I said, please subscribe if you haven't already. I would really appreciate that. Let's get to 8,000 in the next month so we can do another reading and giveaway, Reiki giveaway. So, all right. Thank you all so much for watching. Sending you all a lot of love, and I'll see you all real soon. Take care. Bye, everyone.